Hi.
Hi there.
Um, yeah, we are doing an interview about your game Keen, and we are going to talk about your studio and that game.
Pretty cool. I'm Nando. I'm one of the guys working in the game. Guys and girls, actually.
There's girls working in the game.
Yes, we have 2 girls working in the game.
Nice! Girl game makers, that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So the first question is, how long has your studio existed?
Cat Nigiri is the name of the studio. It's
Yeah?
cat as in cat, the animal, and nigiri is in the food. we are not a Japanese restaurant. People
Okay.
normally mistake us as a Japanese restaurant. We're not. We're a small indie studio that likes to do delicious and delicious games. Actually, Keen is our latest
Okay.
game. We've been working since 2012, informally, and then formally 2013 and on. So we have already 4 games released, iOS and Android. And right now we're transitioning to PC, like a content game, a premium game for PC consoles. And then later on, if everything goes okay, then we go to mobile once again.
Okay.
So this last game that we're working is called Keen. It's about a ninja girl on skates. And she's up to defending her village from evil zombies and evil robots that are created by this evil mega corporation that wants to take over the world. And her grandma actually teaches her how to stop these enemies using a sacred blade. But she already knows how to do that, so she's just grumpy with her grandmother. Whenever the grandmother says, "Oh, do this, do that," and she says, "Oh, I already know how to do this." It's a puzzle adventure game. So movements are very easy. I mean, it's just up, down, left, and right. Those are the basic mechanics of the game. And as you move, you also fight enemies. So it's
Oh,
it's
that's
a
pretty
puzzle
cool.
It's pretty cool.
That means it doesn't really it gets hard or something.
It does. In the beginning, you'll see that it's really easy to understand the commands, but as you evolve in the game, it gets really harder because the puzzles get different, and you need to actually understand where to go and how to trick your enemy into positioning himself in a bad spot so you can slash him through.
Oh, okay. So they run away.
They actually they try to follow where you are, so they try to chase you down. And
okay.
It's just like a chess, but not a chess. You gotta check it out. It's really cool. She goes all the way through, and whenever she stops, she can either slashes enemies whenever she crosses them, or she stomps nearby and she makes them dizzy. It's pretty cool.
Okay, well, that sounds pretty cool indeed.
The inspirations for this game, I mean, if you ever played Goof Troop, there's some mechanics that are very similar to it, but I would say mix of Zelda and 2048, which is 3s, right? So it's a.
Oh, I do know Zelda. I don't know the other one.
Yeah. 2048 is the it's not the original game. The original game is called 3s, but if you mix 3s and Zelda, it's more like what we want to do with Keen. So it's very easy to play, to understand, but it's really challenging and has a deep story.
Okay. So for what platforms will Keen come out in the end?
So first, it's PC, Mac, and Linux. We already have the pre-alpha version. If you want to download it, feel free to go into our website. It's www.catnigiri.com and then /Keen. You just need to enter your email and we'll shoot an email back with the link for either PC or Mac. First we'll release on Steam. It's already greenlit, so it will go on Steam. And
nice.
After that, if everything goes okay, and then we go to the main platform, right? PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah, I hope that you don't want to release on Xbox 360 now.
Yeah. Could be compatible, I don't know.
I don't know either. That's something we have to wait for.
Yep.
So, what type of education have you done?
What kind of games I've done before? Mainly the games we made were freemium games for mobile. A tower defense game about dinosaurs. That's a really amazing game. A game about a fish going into the space and sky and different dimensions. It's a running game. It's called Dream Swim. The dinosaur game is called Dino Zone. Then we created a game about Pope shooting demons called Pope Man. Also mobile. It's really cool. And the latest game we created for mobile is called Kitty Kitchen. It has the same mechanic that King has. It's a game about feeding cats. So you need to feed at least one of the 3 cats on a certain time, else they go hungry and very grumpy with you. So these are the games that we have created so far. And if you want to download
the question was about your education, but this was also a good answer.
Education. I'm so sorry. I understand.
It's not a problem since people do have to know this as well.
It's alright.
But
So
I was asking about your education.
I have a diploma in digital design. I went to Italy to study when I was I don't know 20 years old. 20.
So
actually
you
19.
studied in the US.
Italy first, and then I have also I have a Bachelor of Science in Game Design from Full Sail University. So I have 2 diplomas actually, one in digital design and one in game design.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You like to be in school.
I like to learn. I'm a nerd after all, so learning is part of being a nerd.
Yeah, well, I think so. I don't know. I am a nerd as well, but I don't like really to learn things. I'm too lazy to learn things. I like talking to people and talking about the things they created instead of creating it myself.
That's how we learn, right? Talking with people, reading, and trying things out.
Yeah, well, I don't try it out. I only talk about it. So how many people are working on Keen?
5 people. We have myself as a PR marketing business, etc. I also do the main concept of the game, understand the market, and the whole idea about making it an easy game. Although the main directions come from mostly my deviations, I would say. The team, though, I have my partner, Kaio. He's the main game designer. He's the genius behind all this awesome mechanics and how the levels go out. He makes all the levels hand by hand, testing each one of them like with super precision, and makes the game fun. So that's the main thing about Kaio and myself. Then we have Frango, which is his nickname. Actually means chicken. And he's our art director and producer and animator, and well, he's amazing. He does all the art from animation to concept and directs everything. It's pretty cool. Then we have Maicon. Maicon is our programmer. He helps out flashing these crazy ideas that we have. And then we have Giuliani. Giuliani, she's our musician. So cool, very cool tunes and musics that actually immerse the player into the game. And then we have Bambi. Bambi is our newest addition to the team. So let's say I said 5, right? Let's make 6 now. Bambi is our it's becoming our marketing and PR contact. So she'll talk with people better than I do.
Well, I did talk with her, and I can agree. She's nice.
Yeah, she's much nicer than I am.
Well, you are nice as well. So.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, I only talked a little with her, so yeah, I don't really know who she is and all of that.
She's pretty cool. She's just got into the team to help us out, talking better with people and communicating stuff that we don't normally have time to. So she's very dedicated. I look forward for a great time with her, working with us.
Okay. Do you use something like Unreal or Unity, or do you fully script Keen yourself?
King was made with Unity, but our first two games, Dinozone and Dreamswim, they were made out of our own engine because back then we didn't have time to pay Unity or Unreal. It was really expensive at the time, and since they made it cheaper, actually free to download and test, so we changed. Our engine was called Phoenix. So these two first games was made on C++ on Phoenix. And then we noticed, wow, you know what? We shouldn't be creating the hammer. We just need to nail the nails, we just need to make the game. We're not an engine company. So let's get one of these engines and try it out. Unity was the most accessible one at the time, and it's pretty fun to use. I had previous experiences with both Unity and Unreal. I like both, but depending on the game, you have like a better engine, right, to work with. So it's a 2D game. It doesn't need 3D on it, not so fancy stuff. So we decided, all right, Unreal is pretty good for AAAs and very 3D stuff that actually demands a lot of machine power. And Unity is much more easygoing, better to make a real content game that we can iterate with. So we decided on Unity, C#.
Well, lots of indie games use Unity. So.
Yes, it's the majority. Because they have
most are.
They have a very good.
Sometimes I play Unity games, and then I notice in 10 games in a row they have the same bug because the bug is in Unity. Sometimes it's pretty funny.
That's true.
Yeah, like in a lot of Unity games, the character keeps going to the left.
Yep.
Yep, that's the things I run into as a gamer. And then I go to the developer and I say, my character only wants to go to the left. And they were like, oh damn.
There we go, Unity.
Yay! Good Unity promotion here.
Yep. Well, the next game we're creating, it's we already have another game in the oven, and we're making with Game Maker. We made Kitty Kitchen with Game Maker, so it depends on the game we want to build. We'll use a different tool. So it's not just, oh, I love Unity, I'm a Unity fanboy. No, it's a good engine. But if I'll make it, I don't know, perhaps in a year or 2 years, if Cat Nigiri decides to create a AAA game style or like 3D assets, we'll definitely go to Unreal.
Okay.
Different tools for different objectives, right?
Yeah, I think that's the good thing to go in with it.
Yep.
So yeah, sometimes one thing works best, the other time the other thing works best.
Yep, that's true.
What is the biggest challenge in producing King?
Oh, biggest challenge is to need a day job to pay for everything. That's the biggest challenge. The only one in the team that is actually full-time is Frango. He's the... I mean, his skills are amazing, so we cannot afford him to not be working fully for Cat Nigiri. All the other ones, we have day jobs to pay for it, so to pay for our own lives, right? And assets and then events, etc. So the biggest challenge is finding money to create the game, investment. That's really difficult.
Well, in that case, you should find people to play your game so that you can just work on games only.
Yes, yeah, that's the dream that we have, right? Create good games so people enjoy it so much, we can live out of creating more games for people to play. That's
well, I don't know what the standard in your country is. I do know if I want to buy a PlayStation there, I will go very poor.
Same thing.
Since they are a lot cheaper here.
It's more expensive here.
Yeah, I know PlayStation is expensive there, but Xbox isn't because you have an Xbox office there.
Yeah, here Xbox is a little. I mean, PS4 here is just ridiculously expensive. I like PS4. I have one actually. I like to play with PS4 games, but the majority of the players here, for console players, they will play with an Xbox. which is...
Oh, I also have an Xbox.
Oh, I don't have an Xbox. My partner though does. Kaio has an Xbox. All the rest of you have Xboxes, and I
Well,
have a PlayStation.
I have an Xbox. I use the PC.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm that one buyer that gets an Xbox, puts it on the TV, and just leaves it over there.
Becomes furniture, right?
Yeah, well, sometimes I clean it because the dust gets on it. So, when will Keen be officially released?
Officially released. Oh well, as I said before, if you want to download the pre-alpha version, you can do it already. The final version that we want to have around 6 hours of gameplay. Right now we only have 30 minutes, so 6 hours of gameplay, 16 levels, lots of bosses and different monsters and abilities that Keen will have, like pushing blocks, invisibility, shurikens, etc. We're thinking if everything goes okay and we continue on the same rhythm that we are right now, 2017 around June or July. It depends a lot, but I would say that's about it. So first release on Steam, and then after that we'll need to prepare it for the consoles.
Okay, well, yeah, it has to be done before it goes on Steam. I agree to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
So what is
they ask for a lot of things that you need to double check and triple check. It's much different from just playing in the game for PC, right? They have lists of you gotta do this and make sure nothing breaks on. And takes more time in development. So it's a standard procedure. So first PC, a few months later, Xbox and PS4. If everything goes okay, then we go to we can go handhelds, like maybe new Nintendo DS. I don't know, depends a lot. And after that, if everybody really likes the game and say, well, I want to play this on my phone, then perhaps we can port it also. Because the mechanic is really simple, it will work in any platform.
Okay. What is the biggest challenge in producing Keen?
In producing Keen, besides the time that I said before, the money to invest, the game itself...
Yeah, just promoting it and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
In the game itself.
The main mechanic, moving around, was a little bit peculiar to get the right sweet spot on how... it's a puzzle game, but it doesn't feel like a puzzle game. And we made that specifically to... so people that actually like to play faster, they can go faster with Keen, or they can just take their time and analyze the situation. So we say it's as methodical as chess, but also as fast as hack and slash. So it plays on your own pace, and that was really challenging. As in making the game itself, not about promoting or selling it as a product, right? Making it, the mechanic was very challenging.
Did you get any help from the industry to develop and promote Keen?
We did receive a lot of help. First from Valve, of course, allowing us to get the game on Steam and getting Greenlit. So a lot of people actually that didn't know the game started to notice it, and they voted yes. So we got Greenlit. That's pretty good. The industry here in Brazil also, they support us a lot. All the indie developers, the consumers, they were really enjoying Keen as we present on these specific events in Brazil. And we also got approved for on the Square Enix Collective, and with 80% of yeses, right? 80% of approval by the Square Enix community, which was pretty cool also. So we are getting, how can I say, incentive, not incentives, but a lot of support from the community. So we hope we're creating a very good game. If people are actually liking it and wanting us to go forward, well, I think it's a good game.
So, how do you think of each platform? Like, just as a person, how do you think of Steam or the other consoles?
I think Steam is the best solution that was ever created for games to this point, because I have a lot of games there that I can play whenever I want. So I just connect to the computer and the game is there. If I get a new computer, all my games are still there. I can purchase it online. I really enjoy it. All the other platforms just took the same, idea, and they also created their own digital stores, which is awesome. I personally like to play on PC because I like to, use the mouse and the keyboard, and I always carry my computer with me, so I'm a PC guy, I would say. Although
I also like PC, but
Yeah.
that's because of the freedom. There's so many games
many
on
games,
PC
right?
that never come for console.
Yeah.
On PC I can play so much more than I can on Xbox. On Xbox I only play FIFA. That's the only game I have on it. And Forza, of course, but...
Although I do enjoy the joystick, I mean the controller, the joystick, it's just, I don't know, it's not nostalgic for me, right? I get the console in my hand, but like, oh, yes, I feel like I'm 17 again, and I'm 34, so. It
Well,
feels
then you're
different.
only a little bit older than I am, so...
And how old are you?
Have you... I'm 25.
Ah, fine, okay.
Yeah. I'm not very old, but also not very young anymore.
It's the best age.
Have you
What?
have you noticed the decline for making money for indies in this industry?
Yeah. A lot of people are actually trying to create indie games, and the more indie games that we have would be better. But as a competition thing, I mean, not a competition, you need to struggle for visibility. And there are a lot of games that are good out there, but there are a lot of games that are not polished enough. From indie...
No, there are games that are like, well, you start a game and you think like, why did anyone publish this shit?
Yes, exactly. I didn't want to be that blunt, but that's it. That's it. Why did anyone actually try to, say this is a good product? It's not a good product. It's not a good game. But
Yeah.
there is a decrease in good games in comparison to a lot of crap that are coming out. But there are jewels out there, and I think these guys, by making good games, if they know how to address and talk with people that actually enjoy their games, they'll reach success. So yes, there are less money on the indie side, but then it's like if you have a good product, if you have a good game, if you have a good idea, and you struggle for it, it'll happen. It'll happen. If you didn't do this, if whatever you do is not good enough, learn from it, and if you really have passion, try it again. Right?
Yeah, you can make always a new game that is
Exactly.
good.
And then you learn from mistakes and try it over again. That's what we did. I mean, we did 4 games for mobile, and we thought, wow, mobile is the best market ever. And then realized that no, let's make games that actually we like to play for people like us. So where do we play? We play more on console and more on PC. Let's make that instead of trying to follow.
I have to admit that I never play mobile games.
Yeah, I do play mobile games, but it's like it depends on the game. Depends a lot on the game, and it's not as immersive as it is on PC for me.
How long did it take to create Keen?
Oh, so 2 years, and we'll need another 9 months. So count it. 2 years and a half, 3 years mostly. That's because we have day jobs, right? If we hadn't had day jobs, it will be a year and 2 years tops. 1 year was about idealization, how we wanted the game, how to mix the concepts. The main concept was baby metal and Mega Man. So we mixed those two things, like this cool Asian cute girl and like heavy metal girl that mixed with the Mega Man idea of how the drawings and the fun should be made. That was the main thing that we thought. So Zelda 2048, Baby Metal, Mega Man, bam, then we have King. And the second year was about actually getting our hands dirty and making the codes and the art and everything, music.
To make it
everything.
a working game.
Yeah. And we tested it a lot. If you go on our blog, you'll see that the first concept that we have was already really good to play, but completely different from what we have right now. And we have all the ideas and how it went. How we actually the first idea that we had for this game was in GDC Europe in Cologne, and then we started to iterate and work on it. It was pretty cool.
Okay. What type of games do you play in your free time?
Me? I'm still trying to finish XCOM 2. I play in separate doses, so I don't play it all through at once, so I can actually go back there and play a little bit more. I'm a sucker for dating sims, the good ones also, which is weird, but I like it. I think it's cool. And strategy games. I love strategy games. Just like XCOM. So right now I'm actually opening my my Steam, so I'll tell you which games I'm playing more now.
That's fine, as long as I don't have to tell you my Steam list right now, because then we have to talk like 2 more hours.
Yeah, 2 more hours, right? I was playing...
I have almost 1,200 games at this moment.
1,200 games, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was playing Danganronpa and Undertale, XCOM 2, a little bit of Team
I do know Undertale, and I also know XCOM 2.
Yeah. Danganronpa is really good also. It's not a dating scene like, but it has a little bit of it. It's pretty good. You should check it out.
Okay. Well, I don't have that game. I don't have all 3 of them. But I do know Undertale and XCOM 2, and I can play them from family share. I family share with someone, so... Then I can play his games as well, but I don't even have time to play my own game, so I have to do that.
I have a list here of games I never installed. I just have them.
You should make time and play them.
Yes, I should. Work less, play more.
Well, working is also important. You have to feed your family.
Yes, and the team.
You can't have your children die of hunger. I don't even know if you have children. If you have them, they can't die from hunger. So.
No, I don't. I don't have them. But I have the team.
Okay, yeah.
The team must be fed, else we do not create awesome stuff.
Yeah, okay. So you guys only work to pay for making a game.
Exactly.
Okay. That's that must be hard.
Yeah, but it's compensating.
Well, we already had all questions, so I want to ask you if you can tell anything else you want to tell about Keen and your studio.
Well, everything that I can say is please check the game out. If you like it, just tell us on our Facebook page or Twitter and spread the word. Show the game to other guys, other people, other friends, guys and girls, see if they like it. And if you do, support us. We'll probably open up a Kickstarter campaign or Indiegogo, we're not sure which one, to get a little bit more of resources, because times are tough. And maybe we can...
Well, if you have a Kickstarter, I will put a tweet out for it. I have 35,000 followers, so maybe that helps a little.
Oh, that helps a lot. Thank you so much.
No problem.
We'll probably do this next month, probably October or November. We're not sure yet because we need to decide which platform. But we're definitely going to crowdfunding and see if people actually want to pay for the game, right?
Yeah. Well, if you are on Kickstarter, I will just try to help by trying to reach some people. Good. So we should stay in touch sometimes, talk to each other just about that.
Sure, I'll keep you in the loop for sure.
Okay. Well, yeah, these were all the questions. So the interview is pretty much over. So thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Have a great Sunday.
Well, it's almost bedtime. It's 10 o'clock in the evening for me.
Oh, here's 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's the time difference. Well, I go into bed in like 1.5 hours. Then I sleep. But yeah, thank you for the interview.
All right, thank you so much. Have a great time.